are all starving. It's raining outside, so we're going to have garlic and chili tomato pasta. This is so easy. I've actually already cooked the pasta, but if I'd cooked the pasta at the same time as doing the sauce, it would take the same time. So you're going to get hungry family filled really quickly. So about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I've got that too high. If the oil is too hot, you should never get olive oil too hot. Because it changes it, and it's actually really bad for you if you fry it in olive oil. You always keep the olive oil at a low heat. I'm going to add to that some garlic. Lots of garlic. I like garlic. Garlic is just such an easy, quick way to make something delicious. That's what I say. And it's good for you. It's good for your heart. So, garlic. I don't think that's enough. Let's put a bit more garlic. When I used to want to get the kids to eat something and they were little, and it wasn't garlic bread, I would just say, it's garlic bread chicken, or it's garlic bread pasta, or it's garlic bread beef, because they love garlic. So, look, just cooking that just for a minute or so. It's a little bit hot, that. I'm going to bring that heat down a bit, because we don't want that garlic to burn, because if it burns, we have to throw it all away and start again. So, now I can smell it. Now I'm going to add the chili. So I've taken the seeds out because the girls don't like it hot. But obviously just keep the seeds in if you like it really hot and chilly. So I put like a whole red chilli there, seedless. So I'm just going to cook that down a little bit. Put the heat back on. It's really funny this, because this bit now is when it could be disgusting or delicious. So the garlic, you can see it's still white, but it's starting to change its smell. If I were to put the tomatoes in just before that, you'd get like a stewed, sort of like aftertaste of garlic, rather than the lovely, pungent garlic taste and smell we all love. So it's going it's slightly changing colour. See how the chilli has changed colour? So now we can put the tomatoes in, because everything is going to taste fried rather than stewed, which is horrible. Tomatoes go in. That was just like a box of fresh tomatoes. Now it's the summer, so it's nice, so I'm using fresh tomatoes. They're cheaper, and it's just a bit special because we're all used to the normal, tomato sauce. But you can, of course, just use a tin of tomatoes in there. You know, you can get tin cherry tomatoes now. Not everybody knows that. So to that, I'm going to add a really good pinch of salt. If I don't, it won't taste nice. But I understand that a lot of people are on low salt diets, so use whatever salt you have to use. But I like a good, because it's not processed food. It brings out the flavour of everything. So that is nearly done. The sauce is nearly done. So I'm just going to leave that for a couple of minutes. So I can go over here and just do this. I always do a time step when the tomatoes are cooking. See you in a couple of minutes. Okay, so guys, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, I might just put a little bit more olive oil. So I am. Maybe another tablespoon.
What, when you looked at that, made you thought that thing?
Because, that's a good question, it was just looking more watery. See now how it's got a shine on it? You want a bit of a shine on it. You haven't got any meat, you haven't got any cream, you haven't got anything else. And the olive oil gives flavour, and it fills you up more if you've got a bit more oil. Delicious. And you don't have to worry about it if you're dieting. You're only having a little bit. Good for you. The Italians eat this all day long. Wow, that is so good now. So that's been cooking. What would we say? 3 minutes. That's about 3 minutes. If you want, you could add some black pepper now, if you like it really. I'm not going to, because the girls won't want black pepper and they're having it for their lunch. So I'm going to now put my pasta into the sauce. Oh, that worked well. Or not in the sauce, all over the cooker. Yeah, maybe go away and come back in a minute, Mark. So we're back, guys. Had to send Mark away because the pasta was going all over the cooker. But Maddie just said, oh, is that enough sauce for the pasta? But this is, don't think your usual just boiled up tin of tomatoes pasta. This is probably how the Italians have it. This will be so, it is so delicious. I'm adding some basil. You don't have to add basil. If you haven't got any fresh basil in the house and you've got some pesto, it's not as nice, but a couple of teaspoons of pesto would be nice. Or you don't have to put any, or you could put parsley. See how lovely that's looking now. The colours of Italy. This is the easiest, most Italian. You could feed this to an Italian and they would love it. It's really authentic flavours, okay?
I'm just going to go and find one.
Find us an Italian. Oh my God, I'm literally salivating. This is good. I can't tell you how simple but delicious this is. And you can have it on the table in 10 minutes. The whole thing, that's cooking the pasta as well. You could even serve that. You could absolutely serve that if you were having people over to dinner. But it's also just really quick. Why only when people are around to dinner? You can just treat the family. Give it a bit more basil, a little bit more basil. And then lots of parmigiana, lots of You want some a little parmesan on that? There we go. Oh my God. Come on, Mark.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Smells good, looks good.
Shall we get Maddie to come and try it?
Yeah. So Maddie, would you
Maddie's
say you
been
love...
hanging around this kitchen.
Maddie, would
all
you say
morning.
you love pasta as much as you love potato?
Oh, that's difficult.
You wanted to marry spaghetti, don't forget.
When you were little. Oh my God. I'm not kidding. How bloody lovely is that? It really. Mark, try a bit.
It's sweet.
It's the sweetness from the tomatoes, but it's like a sweet but piquant from the chili and the garlic.
Oh, that's a deep flavour.
It's so, honestly, it's so flavour. You'd think how it's just those few ingredients, but it's so flavoursome. Uh-oh.
Going in.
Kids, hungry? Come on then.